Hello and welcome back to this explanatory video on how we're going to use the Pathways project in combination with the FarmingTree to get a link on how do actually storylines affect ecosystem services. We're now in video 2. We're going to look at the FarmingTree framework. In order to use it, we need to get a good grip on how it actually works. The design of the FarmingTree framework is based on actually the location lens view on farming. There's two lenses to view farming systems. One is the production lens, and that is what we've been trained for, what we've developed over the last decade, specifically in the Netherlands and in Northeast, this part of Europe, very much on filling the shelves of the supermarkets, producing raw products for further whatever they do with it in their food systems and to get it on the shelves in ready to buy food products. In that case, you have the production lens. The other lens that we can develop and need to develop more because of the societal developments urging us to look more at the social, economic and ecological connections is the location view. And you see here the picture of a farm with its complete set of relationships with the biodiversity, with people, with products for the region, so you see a combination on the one side, the supermarket shelf, on the other side, the farm with all its connections and how it is organized. And all the farm practices together create a certain quality of the connections of a farm with its surroundings. And that is how we're going to link it to the farming systems. Be aware, they are not exclusive. You cannot only use one or only the other. You have to have both, and both complement each other. We do have to acknowledge that we have been trained more to look from the location lens perspective. That's how our whole system is focused on getting those supermarket shelves filled. Obviously, there have been lots of examples of farms more regionally oriented, but in the mainstream, the food system is about quantity. The location lens actually has gained in importance, specifically looking at the societal embedding of farming and farming practices. So it's like a switch. You can have one or the other view on the same farming system. Now, how do you assess now this quality of the relationship of a farm with its surrounding, of a farming system with its surroundings? The FarmingTree offers a perspective for this. We have designed 16 themes, 6 socioeconomic in the roots, and 10 ecological systems, themes in the branches of the tree. Each theme has a core sentence that says this is what this theme is about. Obviously, all the themes are connected, it's all one farm, yet each theme can be viewed in its separate context on how does this affect the context. There's a core sentence and there is a direction for higher quality for that theme. Specifically, if you look at biodiversity, you can have a core sentence that defines it's the biodiversity, how to measure it, and then there is a certain direction, what kind of aim do you have if you go to the max for that specific theme. And we have defined the on-farm actions and activities that allow you to develop the farm in that direction. And we have developed an assessment scheme for each of the 16 themes. Be aware, it is not an accreditation tool. It is not meant to say a farm is good or not good. It is, you can compare it to a thermometer. You see here a thermometer in the screen. I have to look where my hands are going. A thermometer in the screen. And it's like plugging a thermometer in the system and see what the temperature is. So what is the situation at that moment for this specific farm? And the themes then reflect a certain farm strategy and a farming system. The characteristics of a certain farm strategy, a certain farm system, are reflected in the length of the roots in the picture and the length of the branches in this picture. So you make the differences become more clear. How have we done this? in the 16 themes, you see they have been divided in two main categories: socioeconomic in the roots, 6 themes, farmers' income, food with identity, animal welfare, the farmer's citizen relation, the farmer value chain relations, and job satisfaction. And these two on the outer side, the farmer's income and the job satisfaction, is actually one that really makes farmers enthusiastic for the system. They themselves have a place in this as well. They're not just being judged if they're good enough. They can view at their own farm in their own situation, including their own job satisfaction and income. Looking at the branches of the tree, we have regional landscape, we have biodiversity, air quality, material cycles, nutrient cycles, water, energy, food production, crop health, and soil. It was really fun to design all these 16 themes. How can you find the themes that are individually accessible, yet they are a holistic total of the complete farm? For each theme, there is an assessment scheme. Here you see one for biodiversity and one for soil. You see that for 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, there's a description given on how this would look like for the specific farm on that level. And this allows you to kind of assess a specific farm, a farming system, on its relationship and the quality of this relationship for each of the individual themes, allowing us to do exactly what we need to do. Link the storylines, the big, more abstract level, what's going to happen, possibly going to happen in the future, to real-life characteristics on farm level as a representative of a specific farming system.